Already. Tuesday's Gone with the Wind. That's some Skynyrd for you, Ryan. You know that song is the instrumental from Happy Gilmore, probably. Anyway, welcome to the show that a guy in the parking garage told me yesterday is pretty good, and he likes the picks at 12:36. It's Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and today's show, I know, but because we switched stuff around, I'll be hamming it up, but not as much as C.J. Ham, the fullback for the Minnesota Vikings, discovering he wasn't using a
good,
filter.
y'all. C.J. Ham. Whoa.
Aaron Jones, baby.
Is there a filter on here?
It did look like it.
Hold on. Ain't no way I look like that. But my eyes is not that wide.
Boy. There gotta be a filter. It's
gotta
gonna
be
look
a
like
filter,
that.
bro.
If
Put it on me. Nah, it's just me.
That's just CJ.
Hey, he's a guy's been to 2 Pro Bowls. He didn't realize that his eyes were a little more farther apart than people might know. But anyway, very funny clip, and we'll get to Minnesota. There'll be more Minnesota in the show. Behind the glass, ladies and gentlemen, his parents almost named him Peyton, but they went with Ryan. It's our super producer, Ryan B. McCormick. The B stands for Baltimore, which he gave out as his pick of the day yesterday. Congratulations on that, Ryan. Ryan, by the way, I lost mine. I had we'll get to that. The Astros, no, we'll do it now. The Astros, on their 67th game of the year, had won the last 12 years in a row. I took them, won one game. They go up 3-1 in the 10th. I'm like, it's a lock. Giants score 3, I lose. Yeah. Or I'd be like 11-2. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm 10-3.
They didn't even get an out in that 10th, right?
They didn't even get an out. Exactly. Yeah. And the game was blacked out, and I didn't put on the secret one that you have me. So I was just following along Gamecast, and I saw my parlay that I had with the Panthers under. Anyway, Ryan, what do we have coming up on today's show? Lots coming up.
Well, it's Tuesday, meaning we've got a Top 5 Tuesday.
Top 5 Tuesday.
With our guest, and then a bunch of good posted punchlines, and of course, picks at 12:36.
Of course, and it is a Tuesday, as I mentioned at the top of the show by singing Tuesday's Gone by Leonard Skynyrd. So it's a matinee with our buddy, future network play-by-play man, Matt Everett.
Oh,
that's what I'm calling
how
it.
kind of you. I appreciate that.
Yay, Matt. Yeah.
Happy to be back.
Happy to have you back. I know you missed last week. You're a little under the weather. But I have to ask you right now, what were other possible first names for you that your parents almost called you?
You guys are going to love this one, actually.
Okay,
so my parents are, pretty conservative, pretty, regular, quote-unquote folks.
Okay.
The hippiest thing that they ever did, I was the oldest of their now 3 sons.
Okay.
They didn't want to know the gender until I came out.
Okay.
And I was the only, TMI, but I was the only natural birth of the 3. The other 2 C-section.
Again, yep, didn't need that.
I'm not a doctor. I just play one on television. I was going to be, it was 50-50 shot.
Right.
Literally, like, scientifically.
Could have had a girl named Reddy.
Between Matthew and Michelle.
Oh.
So.
And do we now call him?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay.
I've been called worse.
So in the group chat, he will now be known as
Rastaman Michelle.
Rastaman. Michelle Rastaman.
Every time I come on the show, I earn a new nickname.
You do. Anyway, you have some picks coming up at 12:36 for us today?
Absolutely. I got a starting pitcher getting back on the horse against a team that's been struggling, one out of a couple of plays that I really like.
I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is called a tease right there for you. The picks last night. We had Greg Vaughn as our co-host yesterday. Greg Vaughn, former major leaguer, 355 career home runs. Did an amazing job. I looked up at the clock, realized it was like 1:03. We were still going. Who cares? We got Greg Vaughn. Greg will be back. We're going to have Greg back as a guest again on some Mondays coming up. But he pointed out that he liked the Giants last night. He went against the Astros.
Yeah.
Because I like the Giants, I like the Panthers, and I like the under.
All
that 3-0 parlay hit. So he went to the window afterwards.
Yeah.
And I saw him placing a bet. So I think he might hit a parlay. Now, the last time he was here, the next day, Chris Andrews came in, the director. He's like, I guess Vaughn took me for a big parlay yesterday. And I have a feeling Chris is going to come in today, and he's going to say, Vaughn took me for a big parlay. So, Greg Vaughn, congratulations.
He knows a thing or two.
Money comes to money, I guess. Ryan, what's next? We're going to do our comedy clip of the day, which I've affectionately nicknamed the CCO the D. Comedy clip of the day. So, CCO the D. Does that sound weird?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. All right, comedy clip of the day. We were going to do CJ Ham, but we got something better now.
Yeah.
We got, is this the Scotty Scheffler thing?
Yeah, Scotty Scheffler. So, of course, he was arrested in Louisville. So somebody decided to spoof it at the same course.
This one's great.
As their own tournament. And so,
okay.
Yeah.
Winner in those. We'll have that.
So here we go.
Get done.
Rolling in.
Go closer to the pens or skins today.
What's the crystal, by the way?
Don't worry about looking for.
That must be the name of the tournament or something.
Burger
Yeah.
Crystal
We're also going to Be working on parent mutuals.
And here we go. Here is the video. Thank you. And there's a cop hanging off an SUV.
With the song. What a touch. Bad boys, bad boys.
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yeah, be careful. Yeah. Do you know that group? I believe the group is Inner Circle.
Inner Circle, yeah.
That wrote Bad Boys, and it was like a, whatever. It became the cops, the producers of Cops bought the song from them for like a couple grand, like not a lot.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the same group that does la 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 girl, I want to make you sweat till you can't.
Of course
There we
he
go.
knows it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Matt Rastaman Everett.
I'm not a poser. I am at other things, but not when it comes to my reggae, yeah.
You know your reggae music.
Also, so the officer who got into this whole thing, Officer Gillis,
right.
He seems like he's trying to milk this for all that it's worth. I don't know if you read his press release when it came out. Oh, I mean, he seems like the kind of guy where if that guy called him up and said, hey, I want you to reenact this while I enter my member guest tournament, he would have been like, yep, name your price.
Yeah,
He seems like he's in for it like that. Yeah.
I love it. Anyway, good job on that one too, Ryan. Very funny. Oh, Ryan, you were almost a Peyton. You were almost a Michelle. I was almost a Scott, which I might have mentioned. Scott Nicotero, I don't mind. It kind of flows nice. Hard T sound. Scott Nicotero.
Matt's Neverett. I'm biased. I said Matt Neverett. I'm biased. I don't mind Scott.
I was almost Todd. Now, I would have never forgiven. I know. If your name is Todd and you're watching, I apologize. Todd Nicotero. I don't look like a Todd. And then for a split second, because my older sister's name is Gina, my mom thought it would be cute to have Gino and Gina.
Oh, no.
I'd be the least Italian Gino Nicotero. I'd show people like, we're waiting for Gino Nicotero. Hi, it's me. What? It just doesn't fit. So I'm glad I went with Frank. Frank is my full name. So Punchies, if you want an assignment today in the chat, tell us a name you almost were. And do you have a name you almost were? No? Caden? What were you almost?
I was going to be the fourth. My dad's Francis Waters.
Oh, we could have been Frankies together.
Andrew?
Was Andrew almost something else, or you were set on Andrew?
No, he was, well, because he was, yeah. No,
Okay.
yeah. Very articulate today, sorry.
And still in Chicago.
I was born to be Drew Dog.
Yes! I love
See,
it.
I had to bark 4 times. It's one bark for each G.
Oh, I love
Greg
it.
Vaughn anointed him an extra G after the Monday.
He added another one?
Yeah, because Monday Montage was so good yesterday. I'm like, if it's good, Greg, we add a G. And he goes, yeah, give him the G.
So we're up to what, 5 now?
He's 4 Gs.
4 Gs, okay.
He's 4G. Well, 5G, there's a lot of troubles with 5G service. We can't
Yeah,
go 5G
yeah.
yet.
Then we just call him high-speed internet.
Then we just call him Wi-Fi or something, yeah. So it's a running thing we do here.
What up, Cell Tower?
All right, let's go to Lines of the Night from last night. Matt, you are our guest. You're here every Tuesday. We love it. What's your line of the night?
My line of the night, I'm a fashion correspondent all of a sudden.
We like the fashion ones, though.
Is all these City Connect jerseys coming out in Major League Baseball? It's been mixed as far as team to team, the jerseys themselves on the field. But one area where I think that the teams in Major League Baseball has done a phenomenal job is in the merchandise.
Yeah.
The Twins yesterday came out. Not a lot of love for the jerseys, which I actually don't mind them.
I like them. Is it blue or
It's
purple?
blue and it's got a
the
pattern
yellow,
on it.
Yeah, the ripple.
It's supposed to represent the 10,000 lakes. It's kind of a topographical map almost, and the underside of the brim is really cool too. It's got kind of it is a topographical map of Lake Winnetonka.
Come on.
Nice little Prince homage there.
Wow, that was Minnetonka.
Minnetonka, that's what it is. Yes,
You
forgive
have to
me.
purify
Forgive
yourselves
me. Yes.
in the waters of
Yes.
Lake Minnetonka. She jumps in. That ain't Lake Minnetonka. Oh,
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. I've seen Purple Rain, and especially that scene many, many times.
So
the hat's kind of an 80s throwback, too.
Yeah, so that was a picture of the hat from their team store that I really liked. It kind of a corduroy look. And
it is corduroy. That's what I mean. It's like 80s.
Alternate logos that these teams are putting out, like the one on the sweatshirt and the one you see on the left side of the graphic with the jerseys. I love the alternate logos that are coming out with a lot of these. I brought a prop today. I feel like you called me Carrot Top.
Here it is. It's Matt Rostaman, Michelle Carrot Top.
So this was a piece of the Tampa Bay Rays City Connect merch that I fell in love with. I bought it the second I saw it.
So did Ryan. You both did.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I made fun of you both.
The short sleeve.
For the short sleeve hoodie.
Yeah.
Is there pockets, too?
There is a pocket in the front like a normal sweatshirt, yeah.
Now, see, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why would you have a hoodie that's short sleeve? I'm now kind of obsessed with it.
Well,
I kind of need one.
I told you I just wear it at home. Like this might be the first time that it's left my house since I got it 2 months ago. But they're great at home. You know, the big pocket, right for.
I know. No, you put the remote in there.
It's like a snuggie.
Fit some
I always get a size big too. That's an extra large because I know I'm not going to wear it outside the house.
Yeah, get comfy.
I'm not swimming in it, but the alternate City Connect merchandise, I think they've done a great job with.
Phenomenal. I love it all.
The jerseys. not
I
as
like
great
by
across
the
the
way,
board.
Did you like Philadelphia?
I don't
I
mind
think
it.
you were here. I like the
It's
Philadelphia
okay.
ones. I think the Mariners going. They're not even the City Connect, just their throwbacks with the black pants.
I don't like the black pants though.
I like the black pants.
I also think that
79 Pirates.
the Philly one, somebody did a Photoshop of what they could have looked like. Keep the exact same design,
Yeah.
but do the colors in Eagles colors. It
Oh.
looked awesome.
That might be kind of cool.
It looked really cool.
But shout out to the city of Minnesota or
the Twin Cities.
Minneapolis, the Twin Cities.
2 cities there.
St. Paul and Minnesota. Because the Vikings, did you see the white ones?
Yes, I love those. Like I love the Bengals whites that they came out with a couple years
as
ago.
much as I hate to say it, I like it with the
A
stripes.
clean look. I
Clean.
love the Vikings one. Yeah.
So Minnesota's 2 for 2 this week on lines. So my line, joking. Ryan's next. Ryan, what's your line of the night?
So my line of the night is actually something from Jay Kuda.
We love Jay Kuda.
He pointed out the fact that the White Sox are 0-4 this season when they have multiple home runs in an away game.
Oh my god.
They were up 4-0
know how
last
this guy
night
does it.
in Seattle in the 8th inning
Oh my God.
and proceeded to lose. They gave up 4 in the 8th to
Yep.
tie it, and then they gave up a grand slam to
I
Cal
saw it.
Raleigh, walk-off homer.
Oh my god.
in the
I
bottom
saw
of
the
ninth.
walk-off last night. It's amazing, and the crowd's going nuts. I don't know. There's that one guy on the internet that makes futures bets.
One guy on the
There's one guy. It's just one guy.
that one
You know
guy.
the guy, the white guy with the yeah. He made a bet on Seattle Mariners to win the World Series. Put a huge bet on them. They're like 15-1 or so. It was like a huge number. He said Mariners. Says that's the year for the Mariners. I don't know. It's not a team that jumps out. He said they have the biggest lead right now in the division, which I believe is true.
Yeah.
But you know the Rangers are going to make a run. Houston, for all their problems,
Houston's
still might go out and
been
make a
one of the
trade.
leaders in batting average all
Yeah.
season long. They've just been
They keep
underperforming
losing their
in
pitchers.
a lot of other ways. I mean, Seattle. Correct me if I'm wrong or if you think different, Ryan. But Seattle's pitching could go to a World Series.
Yeah.
That is a World Series starting pitching staff, but the offense isn't consistent enough.
Right.
Castillo kills me every time I bet him. We
And
talk
I
about that every
love
year.
Luis Castillo. I love Luis Castillo.
I think last time you gave him out, and I don't know if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm such a Castillo apologist because of the swings and misses he gets on the changeup. But yeah, I just don't think that the Seattle team, even though Cal Raleigh may have the best nickname in Major League Baseball,
which is
Big Dumper.
oh yeah, they caught when he hit the home run
On the
they said Big
broadcast.
Dumper. Yeah,
On the
they did.
broadcast. But, Big Dumper aside, I don't think that this Seattle team has what it takes to get past a lot of these big dogs in the American League.
I believe that's Tommy's favorite nickname too.
Yes.
of any major league player
Has to
Tommy
be.
Rostovan.
My opinion on it is I have a hard time seeing these teams that aren't familiar with the playoffs getting
Yeah.
past the big guys.
Got the Yankees
when
there.
you have to go into that atmosphere. When
Yeah.
you have to go into Yankee Stadium to win a playoff series. You have to go into Texas to win or Houston to win a playoff series. It's really difficult.
What are the Twins' record against the Yankees in the playoffs? It's
Oh,
every year
they've lost, I think, like 12
it's
games
something
in a row.
insane. It's
It is
something
absurd.
They lose every time.
I will say the one team, Ryan, to your point, that I think that has not had the recent success in the playoffs or World Series experience that really could break that mold this year and overperform and win a World Series
the Pittsburgh Pirates, ladies and
100%. No, I'm going across the Keystone State. The Phillies.
Well, they have the experience.
They
I thought
have
you said-
a little. They have enough experience with some of the guys that they've brought in, Bryce Harper, and some of the other big names that have World Series experience. But I think that they're a team that has an attitude, and at this time, and with the way that the Phillies are on a severe upswing, you need to have a little bit of a bite to you. Like
absolutely.
Seattle, I don't want to say too nice,
No,
but
I hear what you're
where's
saying.
the fire? Philly's a team that shows up with fire every single night.
If Seattle makes a trade for someone like that, possibly
I could see it.
maybe a veteran leader.
But the Phillies atmosphere is also electric as anybody.
I mean, they threw batteries at Santa. How do you get tougher than that?
Exactly. They booed Santa. But here's the thing about Philly: they had they were up 3-2
Yep.
against Arizona, and then their fans totally. I mean, that walkout video of the fans after they lost Game 7.
I do remember that.
I hated the Phillies growing up, but I kind of like them now. I like the Phillies. I have no problems rooting for them.
So the Yankees and the Twins in the playoffs.
Okay, how many
Let's
is
hear
it?
it.
It is 16
I was
and
gonna say
2.
16 and 2.
I'll say I think it's 18.
And what's the streak? Isn't it like 12 in a row?
13.
Yeah,
13.
They can't beat it. And if I'm not mistaken, was it last year, 2 years ago, Minnesota in the first inning in Yankee Stadium went up like 4 or 5
Yes.
nothing, hit like 3 homers. The Yankees came back, still won that.
No, so in the all-time series, Minnesota got up or was trailing 3-2, and they said we got them right where we want them, and then lost the next 13 in a row.
Don't do it. We got him right where we want.
Nobody beats the Twins 14 games in a row in the playoffs.
But you have very good city connects, Minnesota, and the Vikings. Cleanest. I can't wait for those all whites. We were talking about that. And then my line of the night.
Pretty quick.
We're gonna go football. We're gonna talk Tyreek Hill. So Tyreek Hill, we know he's 5'10". We know he's very athletic. You're telling me he had never had a donut before?
I saw a video of him yesterday, like making a big deal out of eating a donut, and he said he had never eaten a donut before.
Who's the manager? Gabe Kapler. Gabe
Yeah,
Kapler
oh.
said he hasn't had processed food in 25 years.
I'll make this quick because I know we got to get to
Okay,
your
no,
line. Did
go.
you see
No,
the
take
thing
your time.
his last year with San Francisco as the manager, where they got him a
100
birthday
games,
cake?
right?
They got him a birthday cake in the shape of a steak because he eats steak like he eats air to breathe.
Right.
It was a cake in the shape of a steak. They asked him. Some reporter asked him after the game if he had eaten any of it, and he was like, "No." I didn't. My grandfather, when I was young, gave me a lesson about only doing things if you want. He went into this whole diatribe about free will, and it's like, Gabe, it's your birthday. Eat a slice of the cake. Eat a bite of the cake out of respect.
He says he hasn't had refined sugar in like 25
Oh,
years.
now he's doing TikTok thirst traps. I just.
Oh, I know. I saw that.
Assistant GM. Of the
I saw that
Marlins
too.
Posting videos of him doing his couplings.
Doing the Rock thing. You ever see?
Gabe,
You ever
come
see
on.
that collage of the Rock where it's a bunch of pictures of him doing this?
Yeah, at least
And
The
it's
Rock
like-
works for himself.
I know, but it's like, will Rock ever get that button fastened? And it's like him getting out of cars, and they always do the what are those called again?
In case you couldn't tell, I hate Gabe Kapler. Now, what do you got for your line of the night?
I was just talking about Tyreek Hill. So Tyreek Hill can dunk. He's got some ups.
Yeah, he was with the Globetrotters.
He's hanging out with the Globetrotters, and here's some video. So I actually have some video. Here it is. 5'10",
In slow-mo.
My God.
slow-mo, above the rim.
He's still going up.
Yeah. He can officially become a Globe. I'm sure like Mike McDaniels and the brass of Miami are like, why are you doing that? And by the way, while he did that in slow motion, he had 2 other kids. So he's gonna the Globetrotters are gonna play him and his kids.
2 women were
Strong
conceived while
bench.
he was in midair. 2 children.
I think he has like a 41-inch vertical or something like that. So that's like 3.5 feet.
That's insane.
Now I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna see what my vertical is. I'm gonna jump here really high.
I don't know. Last time he got out in front of the desk,
That's
bad
what I'm
things
saying.
happened. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. You got
Bad
it.
things happened.
All right, close up lines of the night.
Did you guys want to see Kapler's cake real quick?
Yes.
Please look at this thing.
All right, so Gabe Kapler, former manager.
This is
There it is.
First off, amazing. A steak and a baked potato, but that's a cake. That's one of those. There's a TV show called Is It Cake?
Is
And
it
people
cake?
People bake stuff. Exactly.
That is tremendous, whoever made it, and he should be ashamed that he didn't eat it.
I'd want to take a bite of just the butter part.
I was looking at that dollop of butter
I
too,
just
going,
wanna pick it
"Ugh."
off. Yeah.
By the way, Ryan, very nice fun. What's that?
Buttercream.
Buttercream?
Ah.
Probably.
I'm not a fan of buttercream.
I see what you did, Dan.
Still looks good.
Thank you. Like they did it clearly.
Buttercream.
Frank knows
Buttercream's
nothing
a
about
fan.
comedy.
But there's
Cake.
actually buttercream for
Sons of-
cakes.
Anyway, excellent job. We have picks in 20 minutes or so. I believe last time you were here 2 weeks ago, you went 3-0.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, I was ready. It took a walk-off win. I believe it was the Mariners on that night, as I sit here and talk
think it
bad
was.
about them this
Yeah,
week.
right.
Yeah. So I got 2 good ones, 1 lean.
All right, we're teasing in 19 minutes. We got picks at 12:36. Today's June 11th, 6/11/2024, National Corn on the Cob Day. So grill some tonight. Anyone corn on the cob? Does anyone have? Maybe we should grill out tonight. Does anyone have a place where we grill? Okay. Anyway, that's how we guilted Ann into having a barbecue over Memorial Day. It was fine. It was great. Corn on the cob. You a corn on the cob guy?
Oh yeah, but you got to have the little the things that go in.
The
A
holders.
big butter guy. In case
Gotta
you
have-
couldn't tell by my love of the cake.
Yeah. And it's also National Call Your Doctor Day. So let's call my doctor right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God.
What's that? Hey, what's up, Doc? It's Frank.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dak.
Uh-huh. Well, I would have thought you would have bought me dinner before doing that. Okay, there you go. I don't know what we're doing. Anyway, call your doctor.
The original Jurassic Park came out 31 years ago. Today.
And I'll tell you what, I can tell you where I was 31 years ago. Showcase Cinemas North.
No way.
At the bottom of the hill from North Allegheny.
Yeah.
It's
McKnight
closed.
Road.
On McKnight Road. That's
There's a
where I was. Saw it.
Target by there now.
Yep, it is. There's a Target across the street.
Yeah.
I saw it. Speaking of Minnesota, Target. 31 years ago, I was there. I saw it opening day. Where were
at
you?
Jurassic Park?
What's that?
You were at Jurassic Park?
I was there. I survived. I'm telling you, did you see the marks on the back of my leg? Those
Yeah.
are actually velociraptor. I showed everybody my rope burns, and they're like, you really made a big deal about those yesterday? Not that bad. Anyway, the first Jurassic Park is the best, unless you're Ryan B. McCormick, a.k.a. Peyton McCormick. He thought Jurassic Park 3 is his favorite movie. I don't know if you've heard this. He has seen the movie. What do you think? I'll give you no, I won't give you an over-under. How many times do you think he's seen Jurassic Park 3?
Jurassic Park 3. What year did that come out?
2001.
That's-
2001.
Oh my God. They were already on a third one by then. I'm gonna say a dozen.
Just a dozen.
Just a dozen. A dozen hundred.
I believe we've done the math, and it's over 500 times.
Holy crap!
Around there.
Around 500 times.
Because
I haven't seen the news 500 times.
I've burned through 3 DVDs.
He's worn out DVDs.
Oh my God.
I've worn out some DVDs, but they were.
It's funny that I was actually going to bring up in a movie anniversary, and it might be the only DVD that I ever remember burning through to the point where I asked my mom to get it for me. Remember the PSP, little PlayStation Portable device that they had? You could have movies on there.
Yes.
So we burned out the DVD. This is pre-Blu-ray days.
Okay.
Got it on PSP, watched the hell out of it on road trips. It's the 20-year anniversary of probably a top 3 favorite movie of mine, unironically, Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, they're making a sequel to Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, are they?
John Hader is officially retired from acting. So there's this guy.
No.
Yeah, there's this guy, and I believe he's from Pittsburgh, actually.
Okay.
Who has been
I'm listening.
doing videos on TikTok with Gabe Kapler. Which no, I'm joking.
You lost me.
I'm joking. No. He's been doing videos of him as Napoleon Dynamite, and he actually won the role by these videos. And apparently, they're making a Napoleon Dynamite too. Same director, same writer.
Everybody can do an impression, though. God, I do a good John Travolta. That doesn't mean I could do him in a movie.
Stop the show and stop the stream. Hold on. No, don't stop the stream.
No, keep it going.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Michelle Rostaman Everett doing John Travolta.
Frankie, baby. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's the Caps, Frank. Like early Travolta, though.
It was early Travolta.
Travolta, like pre-Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Oh, my God.
There you go.
Sandy,
right.
Oh, my God. Sandy.
Ryan, do you have any impressions?
It's a little cold up here, Sandy.
Wow.
Wow.
One word.
Wow.
Who was here that thought it was actually good? Was it? I was like doing Owen Wilson. Wow.
See, like anyone can do impressions of these guys.
Yeah.
It's another thing to do the mannerisms and the directorial style. Is it the same producers,
I think
directors?
it's the same director. I think
Okay.
it is. We'll look it up after.
What's
the
his
show,
name?
but-
Josh something. I forget his last name. But okay.
But John
that gives me a little hope.
Hader, he's retired, so he doesn't want to do it, which he's stupid because I have a feeling they'd go, we'll back up a Brinks truck for you to do this again.
Do you know what the original budget for that movie was?
500,000.
400,000.
There you go.
Half of which, fun fact, I saw this on Twitter today.
Okay.
I didn't know this before
All right, no,
today.
it's
I went
good.
on a deep dive. Half the budget for Napoleon Dynamite was given to them by the older brother of the guy that started 1-800-CONTACTs. Swear to God, he has it in his LinkedIn bio. He has 1-800-CONTACTs founder Napoleon Dynamite. I swear to God.
That's hysterical. All right, let's move on to 100 shows ago. Episode 72 back on January 22nd. I filed a video from the T-Mobile Arena and the Penguins Vegas Golden Knights game, and Alex had a fantastic coat on. Roll the footage. That's okay.
Eventually,
100 shows ago.
was
we
this
haven't-
the game that I was at too? There was a game where you were there.
Chris was there.
I think it might have been the same
They
game.
were up 2-0.
I remember trying to meet up with you, and you said that the Jameson had taken over at that point.
I never said such a thing because Jameson will never defeat me. Okay, anyway, here's the clip.
Cut to it.
This jacket we have to talk about. I mean, I wore like this blue jacket. I don't wear it a lot on the show, I don't think. I'm like, I am going to really look sharp today. And then I come in, and over here, working the red carpet, Alex, that is a Golden Knights jacket.
It's very sparkly. Yes, it is a Golden Knights jacket. Very popular at the Fortress. I'm sure you saw some on Saturday.
I saw, okay, so I went to the game. Filed a little video. I think there's a couple shout-outs to both of you during the game. Let's roll the beautiful bean footage. Here we go. Hey, Frank Nicotero here for South Point Studio Sports. Here I am outside the T-Mobile Arena, about to walk in and see. Oh, can I have that? In the shot? Anyway, about to go see the Penguins. So here we go.
I feel like you forgot about a
First
lot
time to
in
a
this.
nice game here in Vegas. Let's go Pens! Let's go Pens! Penguins! So I made it in, and look, I got a free poster for Ryan. I don't know if this will actually make it, buddy, but I'm going to try to save it for you. But this is usually what teams do when they try to distract you from the fact that they're going to lose that night. So I think I see a lot more Penguin jerseys than Knights jerseys.
I see some Knights right behind you.
We're heading up the escalator. Let's go Penguins. Here we go. Punchline. Let's go. Punchline. Here we go. All right. So Ryan, this is yours. But if the Penguins don't win, I rip this up on camera. Not impressed. Not impressed. Oh, they turned the lights out, Ryan. Wow. And then the ice came alive, and I was like, this looks like it's going to get good. Okay, that's really cool. All right, I'm going to sit down. Even though our boy Mark Shiduk told me to stand up, I'm going back down. Cheerleaders. Ryan, they walked by me. They acted like they didn't know me from Punchline. They were like, oh my God, it's the guy from South Point Studio Sports. Look who's here. Sportsbook Director Chris Andrews, his cousin Art, my buddy Bill. So Ryan, right now, the Penguins, I don't know, minus 135 for your Knights, but Penguins right now. We're gonna win this game. Ryan, you're in trouble. Ryan, I'm pretty sure the Penguins just scored. It's 1-0. Your poster's on the floor. Might still get Great
it.
shot.
Alex White and Ryan, you guys got to be a little nervous.
Alex
It's
White.
2-0 right now. After the second period, still here with my buddies. Look, Josh Yoey's here. Josh is here. He's rooting for the Pens. He's got his badge, Bill. We're up 2-0. You guys are close to being Dalmatians or having to pay for bingo cards. Up 2-0 in the third, and we lose. So I gotta wear a Dalmatian costume on show 101 on March 1st. Son of a bitch. All right, so the Penguins lost. The cheerleaders are waving goodbye to me. There they are. They know. I know. I have to wear. There's that girl at the bow.
Girl took our tickets.
All right, so on
kidding.
March 1st,
Nice
ladies and
girl.
gentlemen, I will be dressed as a Dalmatian. God, 2-0, and they lose 3-2. Anyway, thank you, T-Mobile Center. That was fun. Damn it, bad loss. All right, Frank Nicotero, South Point Studio Sports. Back to you, Frank.
You know what happened to me that didn't happen to me at that game? I didn't get middled real hard.
You got something real hard at that game.
I got middled really.
Yes, Ann! Come on, Ann! Do you have that on a button?
No, I just.
However, you quickly preloaded that. I didn't give her any foreshadowing. I
is
was going to
great.
mention that because it just came up at the last second. I got middled real hard. Good time. Always a good time at the Vegas Golden Knights game. I had a good time even though they lost. There you go. And speaking of video, we have another piece of video we're going to show you. I haven't seen this yet, but our lovely director and runner of the studio, Ann, over there, she was in Chicago. We saw her at the White Sox game. We saw her drinking the campfire milkshake. We have the cup, but she also took like a little, is it a sandpiper?
It's just a little, prop plane, you know.
Little prop plane, which you'd never get me in
But-
because I'm a rock star and I
That's
don't.
terrifying.
The funny thing about it is, like, he's starting the engine on it, and it's just like it's this engine is from 1960s, and it was like, and I'm like, oh, is this going to be safe? But it was beautiful, and here's the
All right.
footage of it.
Let's take a look. Well, oh my God, it was at night.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Even scarier.
And so he programmed it up all the way up. We did the lakefront, and he pointed out every stadium. Of course, every
Sears
stadium
Tower
was dark at the time, but it was so beautiful.
That's incredible.
It was so nice.
Now, who was in the plane?
It was Drew Dog, me, and a
licensed
and
pilot.
and my
Okay.
nephew.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Your brother? Did you say? I'm sorry.
My nephew.
Oh, your nephew. Wow, that's really cool.
You never want your airplane to sound like a lawnmower when it starts.
No,
If it takes more than one try, that's
Yeah.
too many
No,
tries
that's
for me
too
to
many.
get it going.
Get the rubber bands or gum bands. Did you remember gum bands?
Yeah, oh,
in
yeah.
Pittsburgh? Jimmy Vaccaro came in yesterday when I mentioned rubber bands and goes, "Here you go, some gum bands."
When I remember moving to Pittsburgh, I was living in Denver at the time, and I
Okay.
had just finished my freshman year of high school when we moved. And I remember reading about all the yins talk and
Yeah.
all the just Pittsburghese that goes
Yeah.
on, all the made up terms and phrases and just words and prepositions jammed together. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was just like, oh, some people say this, like
The
the
gum band?
real rednecks.
Yeah.
No, just all the Pittsburghese
everything.
in general.
No, it's ridiculous.
Up there and at, all the
Yeah.
other, just all the
Downtown.
made up words, and I thought it was a joke.
It's a unique place.
It's not.
It's a unique city.
I can tell you it's not.
I want to mention here that tomorrow we're taping the U.S. Open special. There's a sheet here. You can get U.S. Open matchups here at the South Point. Come down, grab your sheet. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time, Barry will be in to do a special on the U.S. Open. Greg Vaughn was talking about how he's going to bet his buddy Xander, even though Scotty Scheffler is this guy too. So I don't know if he's going to take some of those winnings and bet on that. But you can watch the U.S. Open. They do such a great job on these specials. So that'll be tomorrow at 3 live, and it'll live on the website here on the South Point Studio webpage so you can watch it. Please, by the way, if you haven't already, come over to the Punchlines
Matchups.
page. You can find the link in the description below. Resubscribe on there too,
Matchups.
and you can watch the show on either or. So we appreciate it. All right.
Have you seen the videos of how fast the greens are at Pinehurst?
No, I have not yet.
Insane. My stepdad was at the practice session they had yesterday.
Okay.
Not too far from where they live in Raleigh. And yeah, he said it was like rolling it on this floor that we're sitting on right here.
Well, I could show you how I can golf on the floor if you want me to get in front of the TV.
No, a putter maybe.
Putter, it's so stupid. All right, so we're gonna do top. You want to do top 5?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, let's do
five
top
Tuesday.
5.
Okay.
All right, so it's a top 5. It's a top 5 Tuesday.
It's agreed.
Ryan, what are we doing here?
So most saves in a single season. Can you guys tell me? I gave you the second and the fourth who happened to be tied for second.
I
and
can
fourth.
do 1 and 2 easily.
Well, one's got to be Dennis Eckersley,
No.
or one of them has to be Eckersley.
Number 1, I
Nope.
believe it's for the Angels. Frankie Rodriguez.
K-Rod?
K-Rod, him.
Francisco Rodriguez.
Francisco Rodriguez. Is that number 1?
That is number 1.
K-Rod.
Okay. Now, number 2, I believe is a left-hander for the Chicago White Sox, Bobby Thigpen.
Well, he did it for a different team, but
Oh, it wasn't White Sox.
It
Okay.
was Bobby Thigpen.
Who did he do it with?
The Dodgers
No, that's wrong.
in 2000. Oh, yeah, no, I'm looking at the wrong guy. Yeah, you're right. You're right. White
Oh,
Sox.
he's
Yeah, I was
2 for 2.
I was looking at the wrong guy.
And
Yeah.
cut that as a clip. I want it in the computer. Frank, you're right.
Is the other one
I
Billy
didn't say
Wagner?
Frank.
It's not Billy Wagner. Okay.
55 saves.
I remember now when I was a kid, Bobby Thigpen
Yeah.
was that 57 was like the number. And
Yeah.
again, my brain, the way it works, I always remember Bobby. I would have not known Edwin Diaz had 57 in 2018 for the Mets
That was his breakout year.
Maybe that was with the Mariners.
with the Mariners. That's right.
Was it
Holy
either
crap.
Hoffman or Mo? Neither. Wow.
It's not Dan Plesac.
You guys
no.
want a big hint?
I love
No, not yet.
it.
Hold on.
Yeah, I said yes. He said no immediately.
Hold on. 55 saves. It's not. You already said Trevor Hoffman. It's not Trevor
Yeah.
Hoffman.
Wow. It's one of those Hank Aaron
Mark
situations
Davis.
where he never
Yeah,
like led the
never
league in
hit-
home runs,
and
but
he
just
never hit 50.
consistently hit like 30 to 40.
I don't think he ever hit 50.
No, he never did.
Yeah, that we talked about that. What's the clue?
Here, I'm going to give the hint to the punchies. He's been a guest on the show.
I can't hear that because
He's been a guest on the show.
Oh wow! How did
Because I've got two. I don't. My senses aren't that great.
Ah,
so the couple
John
that work,
Smoltz.
Yeah,
It was
Smoltzy.
John
Oh,
Smoltz.
that's right. When
No
he went
way.
from starter to reliever.
Wow.
The password is John Smoltz. That is an outstanding list. Now, I'll be honest. When we were talking, I suggested it, but I didn't look it. I would have never gotten Edwin Diaz. I
No.
don't remember him getting 57, but I remember K-Rod because I was living in LA. I think I actually saw him close a game that year. I think I actually went and saw Francisco Rodriguez, 62 saves. That's going to be hard to beat.
I was going to say, are any of these going to ever be beat?
I don't know. I mean, it's cyclical, right? I mean, it seems like all of a sudden stolen base numbers are up, save numbers go
Well,
down. I don't
think
know.
I saw an argument too for starting
crazy.
pitchers going to the Hall of Fame recently because they're going to have to take a look at the numbers and the metrics that they use to assess a Hall of Fame
Yeah.
career because wins and saves are going by the wayside. The active leader right now in MLB pitchers in their 20s in wins, Herman Marquez is 29 and has 65, 68 wins. That's nothing. There's never going to be another 300-game
Never.
winner. There may not be another 200-game winner ever.
Is he in the Pirates minor league
No, he's
system?
with the Rockies.
No, that's
He's-
Herman.
he's-
Who's the guy who pitched the perfect game for the Yankees? Herman.
Domingo Herman.
Domingo Herman. He's in the Pirates minor
Yeah,
league.
but
He has an alcohol
they're
issue.
going to have to adjust the metrics and the
Yeah,
standards
absolutely.
for the Hall of Fame,
Eric Gagne, by the way, his 55, kind of tainted, right? Because he was juicing.
allegedly. Although he gave us probably the best pitching battle in a single at bat ever in that season when he went up against Barry Bonds.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
But when he came in, and I can't remember the music that played. If there was a specific song.
Oh, there was. Let me look it
for
up.
Gagne. Eric Gagne, he was Canadian. He'd come out, he had the rec specs on, and he was dominant. I think he might have the record for consecutive saves still.
Welcome to the jungle.
He did Welcome to the Jungle. There you go.
Yeah. I believe he does still have that
But
record.
I think consecutive saves, he still might have it. Excuse me.
84. Jesus.
During the clip, we looked it up. Napoleon Dynamite 2 is not a go picture yet, but it's in development. And I believe Jared Hess, he's also directing the Minecraft movie with Jack Black, of whom he also worked with on Nacho Libre. Just something I wanted to throw out there that I know.
On the same thread I saw this morning, they
That's from-
originally
that was
offered,
Jerry. Jerry told us that.
they
Sorry.
originally
Thank you,
offered the
Jerry.
role of Rex Kwon Do to Jack Black for the original movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it said they went with the guy from the Drew Carey show.
And Office Space.
Yeah.
Dieter or something.
Dieter Bader.
Yep.
Dieter Bader. See
Tur-
that teamwork. There
Turned
you
out all right.
go. Good job.
So
I messing my life up, man.
Forget about it.
When he says, "Hey, you want to come over?" Are you gonna? Oh, we're doing Office Space. Sorry.
Gagne does have the most consecutive saves.
Yeah. How many was it?
84.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But again, it's
Between
tainted
2002 to
now.
2004.
No one even mentions him in the look back at dominant relievers because he was cheating.
He also didn't do it for long enough.
Yeah, that's
broke
true.
down.
But the other thing is if you do steroids and it's the recovery that it helps.
100%.
So that's why pitchers, it's like, oh, I wasn't building strength. It was for recovery. So, but he was a guest on the show. Damn. John Smoltz. Smoltz, only a guy, I think, with 200 wins, 100 saves. Eckersley, for the longest time, was the only pitcher to have 100 saves, 100 wins. Because he was a starter for Boston. He threw a no-hitter for either Cleveland or Boston.
And he was rubber arm. He could
Yeah. Oh, my God. And then he was kind of just like a journeyman. And then Tony La Russa made him what the closer is today.
And now he just does funny color commentary on Nesson every now and then.
And also fight with guys on the team or play. Remember he fought with
it was
somebody?
David Price.
It was David Price.
On the plane.
That's
I've got a first-hand story of that one.
Oh, yes, you would, wouldn't you? Your dad must have been there.
He was about 2 rows from it when it happened.
Hey, that's awesome.
I got the full story.
We'll talk that off the air. What were you looking something up there?
Eckersley threw it against with the
Cleveland?
with the Indians against the Angels.
Like in 75 or 76?
77.
77. Damn it.
May 30th.
Yeah, and I had his car, and I remember getting his car, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it had a no-hitter on the back. So then you didn't hear of him, and then all of a sudden he becomes like a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer.
And he might still be the only guy who had pitched in that era or played in that era that still has the same exact facial hair.
Exact mustache and long hair.
Although Raleigh Fingers still has it, but it's gray.
The handlebar.
Eckersley still looks the exact same. That guy's going to live till he's 100.
Yeah.
He's in great shape.
I love it. All right, so Doc Ellis pitched a perfect game despite what he wasn't. It was a no-hitter. He didn't pitch a perfect game, right?
He was anything but perfect.
Yeah. Also, the other day when Ben Heller came in for the Pirates and hit 3 batters, they said the last Pirate to hit 3 batters in an inning, Doc Ellis. But Doc Ellis did it on purpose. This is a true story. It was against Cincinnati Reds. It wasn't the LSD game.
On purpose.
He hated the Reds so much.
Yes.
So Pete Rose went up and he hit Pete Rose. And then he hit Joe Morgan, and then maybe third was like bench or.
And he got tossed.
He
wanted to get tossed.
Yeah, he just kept hitting him. It was crazy. Doc Ellis was crazy. He had shoes with live goldfish in the heel. Okay, that alarm means it's what? Time for picks at 12:36 and roll the footage.
Sound the horn.
It doesn't matter, and because you had Ryan getting middled hard right at the fingertips.
Punchline picks at 12:36.
All right, our guest is here. Last time he was here 2 weeks ago today, this man went 3-0. So get your pencils, get a pad of paper, listen up. Matt and Everett, what do you got?
All right, I got 2 plays in Major League Baseball tonight. I am going with a home dog and a road favorite, about as opposite as it gets. We're going to be backing the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight.
No, you can't take that one.
Wouldn't you want it to win, though?
Yeah,
He's taking, that was his pick.
We can share the same pick. I'll come up with another one.
Go ahead.
Can I give you why?
Yes.
Can I give it
Paul
to Kiss
Skeen.
it
Because Paul Skeens is pitching.
Paul Skeen. No, so Paul Skeen's going tonight. What did you say?
Go ahead and finish.
What did he say?
Go ahead and finish. I'll make the
all
joke
right,
again.
go ahead.
He's going up against Miles Michaelis. Paul
I
Skeens looking to become the first Pirates starter with his 6th win in his first, I think, 6 or 7 starts since Garrett Cole, who he really is the second coming of in terms of the hype and the game. But the other note that I found was that Paul Skeens is the first pitcher to debut in the expansion era since 1961 to get 5 or more runs of support from his offense in each of his first 5 starts. Yeah. And Andrew McCutchen, if not all 5, has homered in 4 of the 5 Skeens
I think 4.
starts.
I don't think the 5th game you did.
So Skeens gets the support. You're going to get you're paying a little bit of a tax. They're a -120 favorite, at least on the sheet that I have.
That's what we have here at South
from
Point
South
right
Point
now.
on the road.
It's gone up.
I'll fade the Cardinals too.
-132.
If you're going to get that, get it soon. I like the under in that one. And you mentioned Ben Heller, designated for assignment today. Nico Goodrum added to the roster. He was actually supposed to play for Salt Lake against Las Vegas tonight over at Las Vegas Ballpark, but he'd rather take the Major League check.
Yeah, he's in Indianapolis though. I think they already assigned him to AAA.
Yeah,
but
so
I don't know. I'd never heard of him.
That means he cleared waivers.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're going with the Pirates on the road. We're going with the Royals at home against the Yankees.
The Royals.
Brady Singer.
It's Brady Singer Day.
Who was down in his last outing, but aside from that, had been really, really good over the last couple of weeks. I'm double-checking the pitching matchup here. Not too many AL versus AL games today against Marcus Stroman. I'll fade Marcus Stroman whenever I get the opportunity. The other note that I found on this one for Brady Singer, his last 2 starts against the Yankees have both been at Yankee Stadium, which is the hitter's paradise. You're at a little bit of a handicap there as a pitcher, but he's gone 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, and 6 innings, 2 hits, 5 runs. So he's performed well against this Yankees team at Yankee Stadium. It's in Kansas City, and you're getting them at a +120 price. So I'm going to go with the Royals. I'm going to go with the Pirates. I may have another one by the end of the show, but those are the 2 that I feel pretty good about.
It's like the late 70s taking the Pirates and Royals. I
know.
like it. Ryan, my man over there. By the way, Ryan, great job on the Top 5 Tuesday. I love those. And I like how you shaded a few out and you gave us a few, so that was a lot of fun. We'll do that with Matt all the time.
The mystery.
All right.
So I'm going to give the Pirates the kiss of death.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That's the Jeff Parle special.
I don't.
Well, he hates Miles Mikolas. That's his most hated pitcher.
Yeah.
So Jeff would be on board with this game.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I don't have an actual pick today, but I am leaning the Giants with Jordan Hicks on the mound against the Astros.
Former Cardinal.
They did have that walk-off last night. And then another road or home dog. Where'd they go?
Uh-oh.
That's it. That'll be it for me. Yeah.
That's it.
Just 'cause
Well,
it's not
I
an
mean,
official
look,
pick.
I didn't know what Matt was going to say. I specifically wore my Pittsburgh shirt because it's a Skeens day.
I should have guessed.
That's okay. I was supposed to work at the ballpark tonight, but I switched with Alex. Alex goes, hey, would you rather switch? Because she wants to watch hockey on Wednesday or Thursday. She goes, you probably want to watch Paul Skeens, so I'll take tonight. I'm like, cool.
How thoughtful.
I know.
Yeah.
Trust me. It was great. I wanted to look at Skeens strikeouts. Did you look at this yet? Don't look if you haven't. What do you think it is?
7.5.
Yeah, I would
It's 7.5, but it's
yeah.
plus 120.
A little bit of juice.
Yeah, so it's actually plus 120 at 7.5.
Me over.
I know. But
It's
here,
a veteran Cardinals team.
it is. And the Cardinals and the Pirates, the Cardinals have owned us for decades now, but it's a new look team. I can't wait to watch Paul Skeens pitch today. So
If you were to tell me later tonight that Skeens went 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, I'd be just fine with that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't win the bet, but the elevated number is still up there for Skeens. You are still paying a little bit of a hype tax, if you will, on anything Paul Skeens at this point.
Yep. And it's already at 7.5. So anyway, I'm going to go. My pick of the night was the Pirates too. Yes, I know I'm a homer, but come on. My records prove I was 10-2 before. I was looking at 11-2, and then the Giants screwed me. So 10-3. I will not go 10-4. That would be, no, I'm going 11-3. Whatever it is. Paul Skeens Day. You're getting him that cheap. That's not going to it's going to keep going up. And by the way, I saw an argument saying Paul Skeens should be the Pirates representative for the All-Star game. Mitch Keller's 8-3.
Yeah.
Looking good, dominant and major. So I don't know, but I think the Pirates could have a couple pitchers in there.
Skeens, Keller, and Jared Jones. That's going to be a fearsome threesome at the top of that rotation for a lot of years.
I hope so. And they got Anthony Salamento coming up. They got Bubba Chandler, who was going to be a quarterback at Clemson.
Johan Oviedo coming up. They just promoted Braxton Ashcraft to AAA today.
Yes, he's really killing it.
He's on the way too.
All right, go Pirates. All right, enough about Pittsburgh. Let's move on. Sound the horn.
Sound the horn.
Sound the horn.
I said it early.
Sound the horn. That's all right.
For the picks.
Yeah, you said it for the picks. That's okay. That means it's post time, ladies and gentlemen, where we like to look at funny videos and talk about them and show them. What else do we got going on in the Punchies room here? We got a lot of links. Jerry, I stole your thunder on the Jared Hess thing. Paul's legal name was Lampshade. They couldn't decide what his name was going to be, so they looked around and saw a lampshade. That can't be real.
I love Lamp.
I love lamp.
What?
Okay. All right. I'm just
On that
looking at smokes the devil's lettuce. All right. What are we starting with?
Jazz cabbage.
So starting with 2 posts that were announcements this morning.
Yeah, we're going breaking news here.
Yeah, the first one is that Joey Chestnut will not be participating in the July 4th hot dog eating contest because he is sponsored by Impossible Foods. So Nathan's said no Chestnut.
No Chestnut, no Joey. Joey Chestnut is not allowed. So this is one thing every 4th of July I literally watch. I watch the because you want to see Chestnut. I guess this opens it up for anybody.
Yeah.
Caden, where's Caden? Maybe Caden went off training.
He's training right now.
The problem is that there is nobody. He's won every contest since I think it's 2016. It's been like a 10-year run, and that was after Kobayashi had the 10-year run.
Kobayashi. We had Joey Chestnut eating ice cream at a Toledo Mud Hens game. I think last week he ate like 6 pints in like a minute.
4. Yeah.
4 pints every day. I don't know how he did it.
But
I had 6 pints in a year.
I know he did. So I'm kind of disappointed at Joey, but he's banned and he's biting the hand that feeds him. Literally,
Well,
that's what made him famous.
he's making $400,000 extra by doing that.
Is that what it?
Because he's a 4-year, $1.2 million
$200,000
sponsorship deal. He's making $200,000 for that contest over 4 years.
Oh,
That's $800,000.
I didn't realize that the 4-year, $1.2 million deal. Yeah,
He's making an extra $500,000.
Yeah,
and he also wins every single other food eating contest in the world. He's got the world record for I think 20 different foods.
But I don't know. But maybe it's smart that he takes a year off because then the demand he'll be like, maybe give me a $500,000.
Tough way to make a living.
I couldn't do it. But anyway, good news story, Joey Chestnut. By the way, someone texted me yesterday, how come you didn't mention Mike Tomlin on the air yesterday? Mike Tomlin signing a 3-year extension with the Steelers.
Not that much of a surprise.
I know. They're not going to fire him.
Yeah.
I saw Mark Caboli today on McAfee's like, everyone in Pittsburgh's pissed. Everyone around the country's like, yeah, great sign. I don't know. Everyone, because he hasn't won a playoff game in 7 years. But
I think every other franchise in the National Football League would gladly take Mike Tomlin as
I
their
believe
coach.
that it's Rich Eisen always says, who else are you going to get? You got Mike, just stick with him.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He's never been below 500.
I know. That's the thing everyone
Finished the year
toots the horn
below
about.
500.
But it is impressive.
But if you're in the NBA, that's purgatory.
Yeah,
Going
right.
about 500 every year in the NBA is purgatory. All of a sudden, we're lauding it in the NFL.
True.
What's the difference?
I don't know. Football fans are crazy.
See, I'm not a true Pittsburgh homer.
All right, what do you have
Over
next
a
year?
decade.
Is this speaking of football?
So speaking of football, an announcement this morning was that the cover of Madden 25 will be Christian McCaffrey.
Was it surprising? I thought
that,
McCaffrey, he can hit too. Look at him. Look at this.
Yeah, that's different.
He's He's amazing. I was thinking.
No, that's a tease.
Yeah.
I was thinking it could be like
That'll be
C.J.
next.
Stroud, maybe, but only 1 year.
I
might
think
have
he'll
been
get there
20.
soon.
Yeah, I think
Because of all the media
Stroud
stuff
will
he
be
did.
there.
First
just called
49er
Madden
ever
cover.
on the history of Madden.
Is that right?
Yep.
But yet Peyton Hillis was on a cover.
Well, that was a fan vote.
yeah, that was.
That was a fan vote.
There he is. That's a cool shot. There we go. That's a cool shot. He deserves it. I mean, he just signed a 2-year extension. And when is this game finally dropping? August 16th.
Well, this one is a yearly one. It's the college football one that everyone's waiting for. It's
That's
the
the one
sole
that's-
reason I'm buying a PlayStation 5.
Now, Sean has already done. It can only be played on 5. Is that true? Is that
Yeah, because it's next gen.
Oh man, are
Us
they
with our
smart.
PS4s aren't cool enough. Or,
It's going to be $1 billion. That they will
have
make
to
$1
get
billion
into Xbox,
that day.
I'll give him $1 billion for that game to come out. That and GTA 6. I'll spend $1
Oh.
billion on microtransactions. Yeah. Although if you're a 49ers fan, you got to be pissed here.
And Black Ops.
Why is that?
The Madden
Madden
curse.
curse, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No Niner has ever been on there. Jerry Rice never on there.
No,
Well,
because
they did-
John
they
Madden
have
was on the
Maddens.
cover forever.
Yeah.
That's true.
Madden was on the cover for the first.
Oh, I
15
had
of
all
them.
those.
Yeah.
Trust me, those are the
exactly.
ones I played. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if I ever had a player cover. But anyway, congratulations, Christian McCaffrey. He deserves it. Unbelievable. A cover of McMadden. Very funny.
Yeah. It will also be the second ever Madden 25.
Yeah. Because they did one for the 25th anniversary of
Oh,
the game.
right. I was like,
I remember that confused the hell out of me. Because
Yeah.
they did, it was like 2019 or something like
Yeah.
that.
I think it was 15.
It was, because it was
Yeah.
a while ago, I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
didn't iPhone skip the 9, go right to the 10?
They skipped a couple, I think.
They went right to the 10.
Did they skip the 9?
They skipped
at
one or
least,
two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one.
They skipped the
Yeah.
9.
Just went straight to
They
the
wanted
X.
right to the X.
I get
yeah.
one every like 3 years, so I don't even pay attention.
Every 2 years or so. All right, what do we have next there?
Okay, so you guys just got a little tease with it. Going to Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar.
So last week's Alex's Hump Day Homer pick. He is the first player in Major League Baseball history to accomplish all 3 of these things. So a 20 homer season at 22 or younger,
Check.
a 20 homer season as a leadoff hitter,
Check.
and a 20 homer season as a shortstop.
Check.
No other player has completed all 3 in their entire career, and he has just done it this season.
Unbelievable.
He did it. So he hit his 20th homer of the season this past weekend.
Unbelievable.
So with 99 games left, and last night that was the first pitch of the game that you just saw there that he hit for his 21st homer of the season. So
I still think not a lot of
Henderson
people
is a
are
franchise shortstop.
I
in
still
Baltimore.
people are forgetting about Baltimore because the Yankees are off to such a great
Yeah.
start, but that is a team that has a shot. Again, we were talking Corbin. Did you have Baltimore last night because Corbin Burns was pitching, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Corbin. Yeah, Corbin Burns.
Corbin Burns.
I was thinking Corbin Burnson from LA Law. Thank you. Also, Major League. He was Dorn.
Yep.
Dorn.
Yep.
Dorn. I don't know. I don't know why the Brewers got rid of Corbin Burns, but I don't know. Something about Baltimore this year. I would take them over Seattle.
I would too.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is too is we saw with last year with the Diamondbacks. All you got to do is get in. They won 84 games in the regular season and almost won the World Series.
As a Dodger
I don't want to
fan-
say almost won. They
Yeah,
made it to the World
They
Series.
didn't, but as a Dodger fan, trust me, those games were so painful. They were down 5-0 in the first, and
You're
then
just
Kershaw.
like, all right.
All right. What's up, Ryan?
So last night, Buster Olney got hacked.
Yes.
Now you had sent me. This is how I found out. You sent me 2 trades.
Yeah.
You're like, trades are happening. What was Luis Robert went to Philly,
Yeah.
and then Francisco Lindor to Oakland. I'm like, wait a second.
Something's not.
And what
adding up
happened?
here.
What
Yeah.
did it turn out?
So it turned out, that he got hacked. Somebody had hacked his account with 1.3 million followers and tweeted a bunch of different things. He's the first one was, "I swear to you, I don't even know who I hacked. Who is this Buster?" And then somebody replied to that saying, "Can you tweet I hate the Mets?"
Yeah, I saw,
And
that's,
then
that's how I saw it.
He
That-
tweeted,
that-
"I hate Mets," and then the prison stuff, and then Ohtani has been banned for life from Major League Baseball
Then
in
prison
connection
stuff.
to charges with gambling. His trial is on August 28th. It is speculated he could get life in prison.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
That's my
Yeah.
favorite one.
By the, yeah, that was just. By the way,
and then the other trade
if
stuff,
whoever
yeah.
this hacker is, if you're watching, next time you hack Buster Olney, hey, my favorite show's Punchlines. Frank Nicotero. Hey, and Ryan every day. Hey, Matt Everett on Mondays or Tuesdays, whatever.
Whatever day you need me, Frank.
Well, Tuesday. Well, we like matinees, but Tuesday. Yeah, I'm excited for trades. They're going to happen soon.
Yeah.
Trade deadline's what, July 30th?
And Robert is going to be on the
He's
move.
going somewhere, and they're already saying, "Oh, the Dodge. If he goes to the Dodgers, I will quit watching baseball." He would look good in a pirate uniform.
Yes, he would.
He'd look real good.
They need an outfielder. Michael A. Taylor was doing it for me at the beginning of the year,
He had
but
400.
no mas,
I
no
said,
mas.
I told my friends, I go, "This is not going to last.
No.
He will be around 200 come June."
They're
So,
saying the trade package the White Sox want back for him is something that the Padres got for Juan Soto.
And they're not going to get that. But
he gets injured too much.
And the fact that that's being advertised is a little bit of posturing by the team.
And you're also getting 3 years
of control.
Yeah. 3 years of control, which is invaluable. And 40+ homer potential as we've seen, but the injuries. That's the thing. That is the risk with him. Is if he's on the field, he's amazing. But is he going to be on the field consistently?
He's been forgotten almost because of those injuries. I don't know. It's going somewhere. It better not be the Dodgers. Okay. Teoscar Hernandez has 16 homers and like 50 RBIs.
Yeah.
The Phillies make sense.
The Phillies, I still want Mike Trout in a Philly uniform.
I think Mike Trout wants Mike Trout in a Philly uniform.
I mean, he said, I'm a lifelong. He has to have gotten to that point where it's like, I got to get out of here.
He'll pull a Babe Ruth and go back to Boston at the end.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So this morning, Codify tweeted the percentages for all teams to make the Major League playoffs. So I figured with this, we'll look at Matt's over-under win totals for this season. But a funny thing about this list is we went over it May 20th, and all 11 of the 12 teams are still in the playoff picture.
The same ones.
The only ones that changed were the Cubs are no longer in the playoff picture, and the Giants are in.
How are the Giants? How are they doing that?
So
with Blake Snell being a complete disaster.
The entire AL has stayed the same, and the National League, the Cubs were in 4th and dropped out.
You know what team makes me the happiest is the Royals. I always just compare them to Pittsburgh with the small market and everything, but I always liked the Royals when I was a kid because they were like, it was the Yankees and Royals in the playoffs every year when I was a kid. But I liked Frank White. I liked, George Brett was like, come on, he was the best. So I root for the Royals. The Royals could be one of those teams that surprises in the postseason. I think they have to go out and get a starter. Well, they have Seth Lugo and Singer.
I think they're going to need one more starter.
Yeah, one more. But I like them. And the Mariners, I don't know.
We'll see.
They've never been to a World Series.
The only team
on the list, right?
The one team on the bottom with 1%, the Tampa Bay Rays. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Is there a Pittsburgh percentage on there? Were they 18?
Yes, there is.
There is.
18?
More than one.
I see Arizona and Pitt.
Playoff percentage.
Yep. Is that 18% right above the Mets?
16.
Oh, is it a 6?
16% with the D-backs and the Pirates.
With that division, I mean, come on. Brewers aren't going to pull away.
Interesting that not much has changed at the top, though.
I mean, none of them, right? Except for 2 teams.
Yeah, the Cubbies and Giants.
Now, did we want to talk about Matt's overs?
Yeah.
I'll hit them.
Yeah.
All right, what do you have?
I got more overs than unders.
These were future win total overs and unders.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some good, some not so good. The one that is probably the most probability of happening is the Phillies over 90.
I think that's I'll buy that from you.
Yeah.
No, that's a winner.
With how much it's worth, you don't want to buy it.
Okay.
But Fangraphs projects out the rest of the season with strength of schedule, and they do a really good job of keeping track on day to day. So right now, they are projected 97 wins, which they're 100% in the playoffs. I think Philly. I had the right handicap on that one. The one that I didn't necessarily have a great handicap on was the Red Sox.
Yeah.
And so under 77 was the number I got.
Yeah.
I will say they have overperformed. Fangraphs is projecting them also to go 500 from here out. I don't know if this is a 500 baseball team the rest of the season. They've got a plus 30 run differential at this point.
That's impressive.
And they're just about at 500. Tankathon.com.
Tankathon?
They do it for basketball. They do it for every sport, but remaining strength of schedule, and they list out like the toughest and easiest matchups. So I went and looked. The Red Sox have the second hardest strength of schedule the rest of the way out. They've got 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Phillies, 13 games against the Yankees, and 7 against Baltimore.
Yeah.
So their schedule the rest of the year is crazy hard. So they could still get there. I really think that by there, I mean not where they want them to be.
Right.
Right now, Fangraphs has them at 81 wins. So there's a 4-game buffer there. I could see them slipping in the back half. I'm also on the Giants at over 79.5. They're very much in question right now. Fangraphs has them right at 80. So I'm walking a razor's edge on that one.
I don't know how they're doing it.
They got the 21st hardest or the 10th easiest, depending on how you want to look at it, strength of schedule. So they have an easier schedule the rest of the way out. My other one's Pirates, over 75.5. I really like that one.
They're projected at 78
at this point of the year. Yeah, 78 and 84. Not an ideal record, but gets me there. And then the Mets, over 79.5. And that's the one that I'm the least proud of.
Yeah.
Although I will say they're not that far off on the projections. Fangraphs has them at 77 wins.
It's going to be a close one.
It's going to be a close one, and it's going to depend on what they do at the trade deadline. Because this is Pete Alonso's last year there.
Pete Alonso would look so good at first base in Pittsburgh.
This is his last year there. I think that they're going to have to make a move one way or the other. They're either going to sell or potentially maybe buy one or two guys just to say that they made a move if you're Steve Cohen, because he's going to get restless. Steve Cohen, the owner, one way or the other.
The Cubs, Pirates, I mean, I don't know. I'll take Pete Alonso. I'll give up a couple prospects for Pete Alonso for a half year. He will make a difference. We need a first baseman and a power bat. Yeah. Because Rowdy Tellez ain't it.
No, the Mets are going to be a mover one way or the other. Yeah. It's just a matter of which direction they're going to be going at that time.
All right, moving on. What do we have?
Wait, sorry? But do you know that Pete Alonso, he had a really interesting tie-in to Las Vegas?
What's that? Yeah. He's from what?
Yeah.
No, he closed down Cashman Field.
What do you mean he closed it out?
I thought we told you this one.
He hit a homer?
He did. To walk off
that
the
one
final
does not
game.
Count. That is not Red Panda.
That is Red Panda.
It is not Red Panda. Yes. Next, moving on.
Moving on. There was a. Is that the one we're doing next?
14, is this the judge thing?
14. Oh yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, we can do that one next. No. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. So talking about the Mets. Talking about Pete Alonso. Yeah. They are going into a series against the Marlins the rest of this week. You can buy standing room only tickets for $2. You can get into the stadium to watch the Marlins and Mets play for $2 in every single one of these games.
For the clown show.
Still too much.
Your subway ticket, it costs more.
Token.
Costs more.
MetroCard.
By the way,
to get to the
MetroCard.
Stadium than to
it's $2 for the ticket, and then fees, it's up to $31.
Actually, on this, the Tick Picks is where
Whoa. What'd you say?
No free pub.
Tick Picks. Have you seen their commercial, by the way, Tick Picks? They're like, oh, I thought you said, and then they go to break. They're like, hey, check out my tick pick. And the guy goes, I don't want to see that. He goes, no, it's where you can get best tickets, best price. The guy goes, oh, I thought you said, and they cut to the.
For some guys, it is a tick pick.
Yeah. Not Jackie Murphy. Okay. That's an inside joke for Ryan that I just said on camera. But it makes no sense to nobody but Ryan and I.
I think they're going to connect.
No, they're not. Okay. No, because it doesn't. No,
okay,
it doesn't
going
make sense.
from one home run hitter in New York to another.
Yes.
Aaron Judge had someone pulled an Aaron Judge card that had something a little special in it.
I don't know how they get this in a pack of cards. This is amazing.
I haven't seen this one.
So it's a box, right? So they pull out the stack of cards. What do you think's inside?
That's a fancy box.
We'll play a game. What do you think's inside, Matt? Quickly.
Piece of his bat.
Okay, good guess.
It says it right there.
No, he didn't say it. It's a cleat.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the
he's
bottom
looking at
of
the
the
video.
I didn't even see the.
I know. I don't read the titles either. So there's a part of his cleat.
Whole shoe in here.
And the man's big. He's what, 6'7"?
Yeah.
So there's some cards and a cleat.
How do they package that?
All right.
I don't know.
Damn.
Is that one? That was one of one, right?
This one out, guys.
But again, this guy should be going a little more nuts.
So it's like just the toe section?
It looks like a heel.
Yeah, I think it's the heel.
Okay. That's the heel. And give us your best one of one.
Normal card.
A
normal fat
Yeah.
card, I should say.
And enjoys the one of one screams. I do too. All right, anyway, some lucky guy got a cleat. I don't know how you trade that. I'll give you 2 Bryce Harpers. What do you got? I got a cleat.
I got a cleat.
I got a cleat.
I got a rock.
Sense has never been, I got a rock. It's never been uttered in the history of a baseball card trade, but good for that guy who's got it.
Interesting.
Way to go.
Looking at another baseball card, the guy that the Yankees just completed a series against, Shohei Ohtani. So they put his
They booed him a lot.
the lettering of his World Baseball Classic jersey into a card.
Good night, boys and girls.
Bam.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Ohtani. 2 out of 6. My goodness.
Again, I would be going more nuts.
A little bit of human emotion would be nice. Yeah.
I know, right? Because I want him doing this. 2 of 6. Give me a 2 of 6, Ann.
2 of 6.
God, it doesn't hit the same.
2 of 6.
My confusion with that one is, so it's obviously the last letter of his last name, right? Which is
the I.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 6 letters in his last name, but it's 2 of 6 instead of the 6th of 6. Wouldn't you think they would do it in the chronological order?
Maybe it's not every letter. Maybe they did it in
another part of the jersey,
or like something with the jersey number itself.
Maybe Ipe sold a couple of them as translators. Sold a couple for $7 million to get out of some debts. All right, moving on next. What do we
Okay,
got?
now going to a player poll that the Athletic did with Major League Baseball players.
Overrated baseball player.
So yeah, the first question we're going to look at is who is the most overrated player in Major League Baseball? The top voted player of 59 votes was Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Yeah.
He received over 20% of the vote. Then Anthony Rendon, Carlos Correa. Yeah.
Carlos Correa, I mean, God, all the teams that were fighting over him and the money he made. Jazz Chisholm, I think I looked it up, 9 homers, like 31 RBIs, sitting around 250, 270, something like that. He's going to get traded, and he could be a solid player for a team that needs, center fielder with some speed, and he's got a little pop. I don't think he's overrated.
Well, it's interesting to see these
on the
player
cover,
polls versus the random fans or people at the stadium, because I don't, me personally, I don't consider Carlos Correa overrated at all. Now, obviously,
his numbers have dropped off since Astro days.
His foot's about to fall off.
Right.
But, it's
He's
a
also
different,
not getting a trash can.
Yeah, exactly. It's a different scale. Also, can I see that one more time? Because I thought it was interesting at the top. It said out of 56, 59 votes. So those guys at the bottom that got 3.3, is that just somebody's got a vendetta against Cody Bellinger and one vote got him on there?
Look to the left. Cole, Juan Soto, and Yamamoto also got a vote.
There's 19 guys that got one vote.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And there
Garrett Cole?
I guess
he overrated?
you were able to do a description on them.
Okay.
And so somebody did a description on Juan Soto saying that he's not much of a power hitter. He only hits singles.
So they
does
got
that kind of things.
follow-ups. That's
and
interesting.
so I would think that's a former Padres teammate that was angry that
and Garrett Cole, I mean,
how's he on there?
I won the Cy Young. Yeah, I'm overrated.
And Blake Snell.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year's Cy Young winner's on there.
Ellie De La Cruz is on there, which
I could see how he's on there. I'm a big fan of his personally.
Again, he's only played for like a year. I mean, he just
played his 160.
I know, 162nd game. So look, as much as I hate seeing him be good on the Reds, I mean, I don't know if Manny Machado, I mean, he's dropped off and
injuries. Like Tim Anderson, I agree with that, but I don't think he was rated. I think he's been so bad that his expectations should be through the floor.
Also surprised me is Jack Flaherty's on that list. Like, who even thinks about Jack Flaherty?
He's having a great year.
I know, but like, how did it even come up?
Multiple people.
How many more do you have? I don't know. We don't want to go too long, but you have how many?
Well, so we can just look at the last two questions from the player poll.
Okay. And then we can do the other ones tomorrow, right?
Sure. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so this next question got more responses from players. So 86 votes of which team would you choose to sign with if contracts, state taxes, and rosters were not a factor? The Braves received the most votes with 11. The Red Sox, Dodgers, Rangers, and Yankees round out that top 5. The Yankees were tied with the Cubbies. But 5 teams also received 0 votes. The White Sox, Rockies, Tigers, Royals, and A's.
Now, four of those 5 are no surprise.
Yeah, Royals.
How do you not pick Colorado? Denver's amazing. It's
true.
Rosters don't matter in this situation.
But you're not going to win there? Is that what they're thinking, maybe?
Really, that's the only reason is because the management is just completely insane there.
Kansas City was kind of a surprise to me.
I wouldn't want to live in Kansas. Have you ever been there in the summer?
I've been to St. Louis.
You got to ask Ichiro about.
It's the worst
Kansas City.
humidity I've ever had.
You got to ask Ichiro about Kansas City. If you have never seen his interview with Bob Costas, I don't think we could show it on the show.
I did look up the Mickey Mantle story, by the way. Finally,
yeah, right.
You guys told me about it. I never knew. Where's Pittsburgh on there?
Pittsburgh is one of the teams that received 1 vote.
Okay.
All right.
At least I got the one.
I got one.
Yeah.
Beautiful city.
And then the final question that we'll look at is which organizations have bad reputations among players?
Number 1.
Out of 79 votes, the A's received 40 of them. They received over half the votes. And then the White Sox, Angels, Rockies, and Mets round out the top 5. 10 teams received 0 votes. Diamondbacks, Reds, Cubbies, Dodgers, Brewers, Twins, Mets. Mets are on that list. Oops.
Philly, Texas, Toronto.
Phillies, Rangers, and Blue Jays.
Yeah. Huh. And the Pirates are up there. I mean, I can't blame them.
Interesting.
Cheap owner, Bob Nutting.
Interesting that Cincinnati wasn't picked. They haven't been, really good in a long time.
Well, but didn't the owner say, I'm going to sell the team?
He said he's just doing it for ticket sales or something. Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Let's see here. Keith Lau, I got a jockstrap, 1 of 1. We're waiting for that. That'll come next, Keith. I have a feeling you're not far off. JR, when your AAA team has better attendance in the big league club, it makes sense. JR, who works at the ballpark where you will be tonight?
Yes.
You will be tonight?
Correct.
I will not be tonight. I will be in front of a TV watching Paul Skeens pitch for the Pirates because Alex White switched with me. She's going to do Thursday. She wants to watch hockey anyway. It worked out. Perfect. Speaking of Alex White, she will be here tomorrow since it's a Wednesday, and we will have all sorts of fun stuff. We saved a couple good ones for tomorrow, but I'm sure every day sports doesn't stop, man.
Nope.
We will have more
even
posts.
This time of year.
So what else is new with you? You're heading up to the ballpark and then
going to the ballpark and doing Aviators versus the Salt Lake Bees, the Angels AAA teams. So we'll see. Should be
no Nico Goodrum.
No Nico Goodrum.
He's in Indy now.
Hey, if you don't have a glove, Saturday night we are giving out 2,000 gloves.
What? Is that also the oat milk night?
That is the Malmo Oat Milkers night. More to come. Follow me on social media for more.
Follow them
Well,
at Matt Neverett.
Tonight, they're also not the Las Vegas Aviators.
They're the
Reyes de Plata,
right.
Hispanic
And
alter ego.
that's the jersey I've had to wear the last 2 times when I worked the games. I get to go back to my original.
We're going to get you an English-speaking game this time. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching. Please click and subscribe. I know you hear everyone say that when they do videos and stuff, but it really means a lot to us. If you can go over to the Punchlines FN and like and follow us there, we really appreciate it. Don't forget about all the other great shows: Race Day Las Vegas, Gone Racing, Sports by the Book, which will be back tomorrow with Alex and Jeff. And tomorrow, Golf Special, U.S. Open, will be at 3 p.m. Pacific. It'll live on the site so you can watch it for all you golf fans. We are Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero, Ryan McCormick, and Drew Doug, Matt Neverett. Punchlines, line stands for live and better every show.
Happy birthday, Jeff.